Yeah, so I got a new stove, the Winnerwell Nomad G1, medium size. Great stove. I've used it a few times now and I love it. And yeah, I used it last week. I didn't film it, I just wanted to test it. So all the oils and that happens in the manufacturing and etc. It's all been burnt off, and all that safety procedure is done. Let's get to it, I'll show you it. Okay, so here we are in the Minipeak XL. On my last video I had the inner tent that I connected up here, and I had on the floor, because I didn't have a 3x2 ground tarp, I was using my hammock tarps. I had a 3x3 seal nylon tarp and also a super light tarp, which, you know, they're just not cut out for it, and if it becomes icy like this, they'll just rip trying to get it out, get it off the floor, I mean, sorry. So I had to put this bit of wood here because this has been up for a few days. I wanted to see how it handles in heavy snow and cold conditions, and really impressed so far. But what I noticed, it was sagging quite a lot, and I was thinking, well, is that the material or... But anyway, I opened the doors and the pole had sunk into the floor by about a good 3 inches, so it's really quite low. So anyways, I had to put a bit of wood there. I'm sure I can find something a bit smaller. It's not going to be so much of a trip hazard or a knock hazard that could probably cause a big problem if this pole gives way. If you guys have any ideas, it'd be great if you could let me know in the comments. I've heard a tennis ball cut in half is good, one at the bottom, one at the top. Take the strain off the stitching, and because that's where the main wear and tear is, obviously. So yeah, if you know, let me know. I'm gonna put this ground tarp in, take this bit of wood out. I'll probably have to collapse the tent. I'll bring you back when I get it all done. Oh yeah, that's much better. I got the tarp goes up against the wall now and it covers the gap. Even though because it's sagged quite a bit, I've got to raise that bar, but that stops the draft from coming through, which in effect is what the inner tent did, but it caused quite a sag, so I was kind of losing, you know, a couple of inches anyway either side, and this does certainly give the impression of more room. Obviously this isn't a square tepee, so 3x2 is perfect. And the reason, if you're thinking, well, where's the stove going to go, why haven't you got a hole? Well, it's because I bought a Winnerwell Firemat, and that's going to go right here, and we'll see how that goes. Hopefully that works. Okay, so here we are. We have the Winnerwell Firemat. I can't remember the measurements, so I bought my tape measure. That's big enough. I could fold it in half and it would be okay. Yeah, so I think that's pretty good. I have a cat tin stove. I want to try how that is here. Might not be no good, I don't know. Let's give it a go. Maybe I can get it higher now. Yeah, that's good actually. go. And the old cat tin. Got any old cat tin stoves, alcohol stoves lying around? It's pretty good. Okay, so actually before I get the stove in, I also bought a pipe brush for the medium sized pipe that this one takes, because it's a medium stove. It's 2.5 inches wide, 2.5 inches diameter. And I've used this a few times and it's getting a little bit black in there, and I just want to be extra careful. It's actually not too bad at all really. I don't know if you can see, but I'll give them a run through. It's a nice copper patina happening on the pipe, but eventually you'll have to get a pipe cleaner anyway, so see. Better to be safe, guys, I think. I'm certainly not experienced, but I want to have fun out there and be around to get experience. Instead of having to deal with a chimney fire. Okay, good. Getting some quite heavy snowfall now. Let's get this in. The Winnerwell Nomad stove, medium size. Vivaldi Cheyenne sleeping bag, 700. Comfort of -1, limit -7. It's not going to get very cold tonight, I don't think. I'll check though. Okay, let's go to the hut and check the weather. Weather in Sotkamore. What do we have? -2 at the moment. Go down to -4. There you go, -4 today. So not cold at all. Good. So all the wood is processed, ready for this evening. I have a little stack there, that should be enough, keep me through quite easily. One of my subscribers, Sammy, fits perfect. He suggested taking away the inner tent to give more room, which of course is a good idea. There we go, the Luxe Minipeak with the Winnerwell Nomad G1 medium sized stove. Well, here we are inside the hot tent. There's a lot of condensation on the inside where it got frozen during the day. Hopefully this is all just going to dissipate, shall we say, and not drip all over my sleeping bag, etc. But so far so good. And yeah, I have some Greenfield brandy, organic. I shall try some of that out in a minute. Hopefully this mat is going to be okay. Doesn't feel warm at the moment. Sorry about the lack of light. I have a torch underneath my GoPro. Yeah, it's getting warmer. Hell yeah, this is a good setup. Anyways, cheers. Nice drop of brandy. Cool. That's good. Well, this is going to be a nice evening. I hope to get out soon to forest. Had some really tough days at work, long periods, so haven't had much of a chance. So I've taken the opportunity to do some of these backyard tests on the new tent, the Minipeak, and the previous one with the Finnish sauna stove, and now with the Winnerwell. Next time I will be in a forest and enjoying that space. Not quite the same in the backyard, I know, but you got to get the freedom when you can. Well, I think I'm just gonna chill tonight. Unfortunately I can't film much because of the light. It's not great. So I'll get back to you in the morning, guys, and we'll cook up a breakfast on the stove, and of course have some coffee. Okay guys, I'll catch you in the morning. Good morning. Nice sleep last night. It got down to -3°C, so really quite comfortable. Now I've got the stove on, gonna get some coffee and just make some breakfast. Okay, let's get some more of this sleeping stuff out and get my chair in and cook some breakfast. Oof, it's getting warm. Oh yeah, that's better. Should get nice crispy bacon now. Nice and crispy. Well, I think I'm going to end the video here. Thanks for watching if you made it this far. The whole video really is about, I wanted to show you what the Winnerwell Nomad G1 stove, medium size, looks like in the Luxe Minipeak XL. Try and get some kind of size comparison. It wasn't too much of a review really on the Winnerwell. It's just showing it in its use, and yeah, it's a great stove. I really like it. There's a little bit of warping on the sides, but only a slight little bends. But it's a great stove, really is. Love this tent too. Like I said earlier in the video, I will be out in the forest coming up soon, and I also hope to get to a couple of national parks this winter, skiing in with a sledge and taking the hot tent and the stove with me. So please stick around, subscribe so you don't miss that. Well, thanks again, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks guys. I don't know if you can see, but just here, this patch that was underneath the stove is slightly melted. I thought I could smell something that evening because but I thought it was the silicone actually, because it was new. I thought it was the silicone on the Firemat, but it's actually, it got so hot it melted the top, the plastic ground sheet underneath. And this is where I had a hot ember come out of the stove, so that didn't burn through the mat, but it burnt through the plastic. It got so hot it burnt the plastic underneath. So do not put a plastic ground sheet underneath the Winnerwell Firemat, because it will melt it.